This is John Schroeder, part of the podcast here, right here in Americus, Georgia, and just wanted to do a basic reaction video for us as a community. I was privileged to go to the Sumter County Forum that took place on Monday night around 6:30 at Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, and just had a really great time. Their panelists were amazing. We had the city manager, we had the mayor, we had our sheriff, and also police chief there, and also we had two. I think it was the CEO of. Let's see, what was it? It was Walter Knighton and Travis Lockhart. So they were there just as a panel. And it was really, really encouraging for me just as a new person coming in. I've just moved here in April and learning about the community. Obviously, it was about a particular shooting incident that took place a few weeks ago and just how we've been handling that. I just want to share a few just quick things. Number one, I was completely encouraged and also inspired by the panelists. I'm just going to be honest. It was so genuine. I really enjoyed watching them react to the questions, but also to each other. It really feels like there's some great unity within that framework. I know obviously there's a lot when we talk about communication in different forums, and you have different silos of police and then school and then just the city officials. There's a lot of things that go into that, and so that was one of the things that kind of a lot of people walked away with was how do we communicate better overall, as far as trying to get directly to the officials, but also to the city as much as possible. But just watching them enjoy one another and listening to one another and being happy about the things that were being said, really, really inspiring to me as a new citizen here. So first and foremost, way to go, city officials, for doing an amazing job and communicating so well with us. The second thing is the questions that were asked were really clear. And also, not only were they clear, but they were also appropriate. I mean, there was a few things that were talking about, roads, and those things are important as well. Obviously, the forum had to do with security and safety. But man, those questions were so clear. The first few questions, I think, kind of just came in general, and then they were given out through the people that were there in the community of the forum. But I tell you, I don't think there was a question that I had that was not asked. And so I was encouraged by the participation of those questions. So thankful for people that did that so that they can answer really, really great questions. The third thing is I'm really excited about the future of Americus when it comes to safety, but also when it comes to just working together as a community. So there were a few things that I've just pulled from that. Here goes a couple of things that I noticed as we're talking about safety, as we're talking about this community. Number one, I was excited about this idea of belonging. A lot of times we hear that word, or we have certain ways in which we as a family or as an individual work and play in our community. But this idea of belonging that was shared by the mayor is really encouraging to me. And I think that would be super, super helpful. So the reality that it's not just about doing things, but it's about being something is a huge deal for a community. The community is always about its identity. And so if we can continue to get into that root, that's going to be really great for any community. The second thing is this idea of just being honest about where we're at. So one of the school officials was just sharing about what it means to be honest and make sure that we're dealing with the real issues in the community. So as a new person, I'm just coming in and I'm learning about what the issues are, but it seems to be that there is some amazing moves forward to say, look, let's not play games. Let's get serious about our community. And so I was really excited about that. The third thing that I thought was really great was this idea of being a help. So there were questions about a community and what we should do as a community. So I thought that was really encouraging as well. So this idea of belonging, this idea about being a help, this idea of being honest about where we're at are huge. And then the last thing was this idea of belief. It's not just that we are good people, but that we actually believe in something that's deeper than ourselves. And I was super encouraged as a Christian to hear the name Jesus come out of our community forum. This idea of, hey, listen, if we don't submit to Jesus, we're going to submit to something else. If we don't allow Jesus to be everything to us, we're going to go find it somewhere else. And so it was just encouraging to me to see this opportunity for, yes, a lot of things can take place in a community, but belief is important. We can't just do something without believing something. So our theology, whatever it is it dictates our biography. It dictates what we do. So what we believe dictates what we do. So it was really great to hear that coming from the forum. So the last thing is this idea of just being open to the community. That was one of the things that the panelists that I really, really enjoyed was this. They have plans. They have ideas, but they are not just sold on their ideas. They really want the community to come out. And being a part of the community, that gets me excited because I feel like I can go to the school. I feel like I can go to the police station. I feel like I can go to the city officials and say, I have an idea. And I really feel like they have our back. I really feel like they want us to engage. And as long as I'm willing to participate and engage and even raise funds or just be a volunteer, they would be willing to put something together. And I think that that's huge for a city. So I'm very thankful for the forum. I had a really great time there. I look forward to doing some more things like that in the community. So anyway, that was just a basic reaction of the City Forum. Hopefully you got some of that. If you want to leave a comment about what you were excited about and some things that you hope to see moving forward, go ahead and do that.